Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since we've been here. It's been a busy few months for me. I'm aware I've been a little bit AWOL. If you are new here or you just haven't really been caring about my life, I mean, it's fine, I understand. But if you aren't really sure what I've been up to, I will leave some links to some of the previous videos that I've had up here so you can kind of catch yourself up. So before I start rambling on too much about that, we need to address the elephant in the room, and that is my hair. She is not done. I'm aware that she's in her doo-doo-plats, she's living her best life, but that is because today we are going to be trying out some hair products. If you weren't already aware by the title of the video, which I don't really understand because how can you start watching a video if you haven't read the title, but we digress. We're going to be doing hair stuff today. This is a first for me on my channel. We've never really delved into anything hair related, and that is because, to be quite honest, I don't really do that much with my hair. When it comes to my hair, I'm very, very boring. Like, I can do colour and glitterful makeup and cut creases to the high heavens, but when it comes to my hair, it pretty much does, like, two things, okay? Yeah, that's it. But with this whole, like, natural hair, like, trend that's been going on, I've been really inspired lately to start experimenting more with my hair and trying to see, like, what other things my hair can do. Because I know that she can do things, it's just that I don't know how to do said things to her. So one of the things that I've been seeing a lot lately on my social media feeds is something called hair paint wax. And essentially what it is just like a product that you put in your hair. It deposits color, and it's basically like semi-permanent hair color, because it just, like, you put it in and then you can just wash it out. So for me, I thought that was something that was really good. Obviously being, like, you know, a natural hair, like 4C hair type, as much as I love colors and experimenting with colors, I really don't want to have to go through the process of, like, bleaching and dyeing all of that to my hair, because I'm really not here for the amount of damage. So when I saw this, it, like, really intrigued me as to, like, something that I could try out. So I could be like, you know, Ramona, whatever her name is in, like, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and, like, have a different hair color, like, every week and a half. I want to be that bitch, okay? But my hair doesn't allow it. So I thought this hair paint wax thing might be a way. So just before we dive right into testing the product, because I know that's all you're here for, you don't really care about me speaking, I just want to quickly remind you to like this video, like leave comments below and subscribe to my channel, all that jazz that you hear every other person on YouTube ever say. Do that stuff. This is the product right here. I'd been seeing a couple of different sellers of it, like on Instagram and stuff like that. I just got this off Amazon because I felt like it might have been a little bit more trustworthy than buying it from, like, a brand that I'd never heard of before. And I was thinking about getting a couple of different colours. They were sort of priced between, like, £7 to £9 per jar. Let's just say 8 on average. But then I saw a set that had 6 of them for £33, £32. It was basically came down to, like, £5 or £5.50 per jar. So I was like, that seems like the best value, so that's what I'm going to go for. In the set you get green, red, white, or it's more like a silver, blue, gold, and then the purple one that I showed you in the box just then. So they all arrived in boxes like this. They have a little, like, sticker kind of seal on it, so you know it hasn't been tampered with. I've obviously taken all the rest of them out of the box. I just wanted to keep this one so you kind of see it. So it comes in the box like that, and then you just take the jar out, and then you open it up, and it has, like, a little seal on the top. It says Mofajang? I think that's the brand. Most of the sellers that I was seeing on Amazon had it under different names, but they basically were all advertising this same Mofajang product, so there that is. I will leave a link down below of the one that I bought if you are interested in getting it as well. So yeah, basically I just kind of, like, cut a little hole in it there. You just, like, peel back the foil. And I've got it on my hands already. Okay, we love that. But that's what it looks like. It's a hair gel, it's a hair wax, like, that's literally what it calls. And it just has that very, like, hair product, kind of like men's kind of hair gel smell to it, and it feels very, like, it's quite solid actually. This is my first time touching it. I thought it was gonna be more like putty, like, kind of like more bouncy, but it's very solid. So the two colours I was the most drawn to were the blue and the purple. I think I'm just going to try out the purple one today because I feel like it'll be a little bit more subtle than the blue, just in case this goes a little bit wrong. So basically what's going on with my hair right now is I washed it overnight. I washed it last night and I just, like, towel dried it and put it in these plaits, and I just leave it to dry overnight. That's all I ever do with my hair. I don't, like, blow dry it or use any heat like that in it. So it doesn't have any product in it at all. It's perfectly clean. So I'm hoping that this is going to be the best way to apply it to get, like, the best adhesion. I've seen people do it where they've put, like, water spray and, like, gel and, like, curl definer and stuff in their hair and then put the wax on top, and it still works. online it says to just put it in clean dry hair, so there might be a couple of different ways that you can do it, just depending on your hair and like how you want your hair to work. I'm just gonna try it like this, and the theory is, I believe, that you put it in and then you kind of let it like dry down, and then it should stay in until you wash it out. So I tend to wash my hair about once a week or so I might do like check-ins within the next few days to sort of see how it's going, see if it's like flaking off or the color's fading or anything like that until I wash my hair. As if I didn't look dumb enough already, I'm just gonna put these like couple of little doo-doo plaits like up in a little bun so they're kind of out of the way, because I want to kind of start at the bottom, kind of back, and then like work my way upwards. I also don't think I want to cover my whole head. I kind of just want to do the ends and kind of go for like a little dip dye situation. We're just gonna see. Again, I've seen on other videos some people going in with bare hands, some people going in with gloves. Again, I don't know what to expect, so just to be on the safest of sides, I'm wearing gloves. I'm scared, I don't know what to expect. I don't know how much I'm supposed to take, so I'm gonna take like a scoop like this much, and then we'll just kind of see. Okay, so once you like spread it out, it kind of thins out and the color gets a little bit lighter. So I might start with this. I think maybe I'll just start applying it like to the braid itself. Oh wow, so it's actually, the color's actually coming out. I might apply it just to the braid like this, to the plait like this, and see what happens, and then maybe undo it and see what the color kind of disbursement is like, and see if it actually works best just on the hair itself, like not in a plait. Don't know. But you can already see that the color is actually going, it's going on there. Because I was a bit skeptical that maybe this wasn't good for my hair type. Like obviously I'd seen it being used on girls with similar hair type for me, but on the internet you never know what is a gimmick and what isn't a gimmick. So I was like, maybe I'm gonna put this on and it's just not gonna show up and like nothing's gonna happen. But actually I'm kind of impressed with that color payoff. It's a lot lighter than I thought it would be. But maybe that's just because I haven't put a lot on. Okay, so I've just taken a little bit more in my hands here, and I think what I'm actually going to do is undo this plait just like halfway up to kind of see. Okay, yeah, so it hasn't really got to the middle of the plait, which obviously is not the fault of the product. It's like just me being a dumbass. I don't know why I thought that would work. So I'm just going to undo it and then kind of see. Okay. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. The scent is very strong, I will say that. Okay, so just feeling that little bit with my bare hands, it's not making my hair feel like overly wet, like it's gonna frizz up. It's not feeling sticky at all, and it's also not really coming off on my hands. So actually the dry down time is not as long as I thought it was gonna be. Like it's not really picking up on camera. There's like a tiny bit on my hand, but considering I've had this in for like 10 seconds, I would have expected it to be a lot more wet than this. So actually I'm really liking it so far. So I'm adding just a little bit more, and I'm gonna try just put it in my fingertips to see if I can like concentrate. Oh yeah, that's what I want. Concentrate the color a bit more. And just going through this process has got me thinking, like, I don't know if anyone else with this kind of like my kind of hair type has this issue, but how disrespectful is it, right? When you're detangling your hair and you have conditioner in and you're brushing it through and the curls are popping. Like you pull that brush through and then like bounce back and you get the lovely coils. And then as soon as you wash the conditioner out, gone. Where's the curl pattern? Where do she be? Okay, does anyone else have this problem? Because I find it disrespectful, and every time I wash my hair, I want to cry because it happens. Having said that, I think I've applied enough for this section, and to be honest, if you look quite closely, the product is kind of giving my hair like kind of nice curl definition, so I'm not mad at that. I think what I'm gonna do is do each section and then like plait it up again just so I kind of can keep track of where I am. Okay, so far I would say that I am really enjoying it. I'm actually impressed with the colour payoff. It's actually coming out a lot brighter than I thought it would. It's not making my hair feel like really dry or like clumpy or sticking together. Like it seems to be brushing out in the same way that it normally does. Like obviously I have a 4C hair type. My hair's never particularly easy to brush out, but this isn't making it any more difficult. And the colour isn't really like colour isn't really coming off on my hairbrush. There's like tiny little flakes of it, but I guess I would kind of sort of expect that from like a semi-permanent hair colour like this. So I think I actually kind of have faith that it's gonna stay in. And I'm enjoying it so far. Let's see how easy it is to plait this back up. Yep, it's separating the exact same way that it normally would. Like, my hands are sliding through it easy enough. It's not feeling frizzy or anything like that. Okay! I am impressed. You know what? This is going to ruin me because I'm honestly going to want to have a different hair colour every other day now. Oh, actually, wait, there we go. It's coming off on my hands a little bit. But again, as I would say, I did kind of expect that. And also, it hasn't been in for that long, so I wouldn't expect it to be fully dry. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my hair, and then I'll come back and maybe if I have a different verdict, we'll see. And I am back, looking a little crazy. I would say from start to finish, that whole process maybe took me about 40 to 45 minutes, which, to be fair, if you compare that to the amount of time it takes to actually dye hair, is like nothing. So I am really enjoying this. I will say technique-wise, I would say if you have a hair type like mine, like 4C, very thick, it'd be a best technique to do like a little bit like on the tips of your fingers and like kind of comb the hair through in little sections just to make sure you have full coverage. This is not the kind of product where you're just gonna slap it all over your hands and like rub it all on your head and be done in like 3 minutes. It's not gonna work that way. Maybe if you have thinner hair or like a looser hair texture than mine, that might work for you, but like if your hair is like this, it ain't gonna happen. I was also quite surprised actually about how good the coverage is, because I actually ended up not using as much as I thought I would. You know, because there's a lot of hair products out there that are obviously not tailored to my kind of hair texture. So they have directions on the back, like say shampoo or conditioner, for example, and it's like, just use a dime-sized amount and lather into the whole head. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. I need to use at least half the bottle of conditioner. Whereas this, like you can see compared to where the level was when we first opened it, I haven't actually used that much. I reckon I'll get quite a few uses out of this, so I'm actually really impressed with that. I would be really upset if I'd had to use like the whole jar on my entire head, but I haven't actually used that much. It is really easy to like apply. I know I said it was quite like thick to the touch when we first used it, but like the more I used it and kind of got more used to the texture, I'd probably compare it to like more moussey kind of like air light kind of fluffy texture. And it does spread in really well. Obviously, when your fingers first touch your hair, you're going to have like a little bit of a clump of colour, but because it doesn't dry down immediately, you do have some time to kind of move it about and get a little bit of that ombre effect. Another thing I will note is that the whole process is also not as messy as I thought it would be. Like, I purposely wore this like disgusting like house t-shirt because I was worried that I was going to get this stuff everywhere. But actually you can see I haven't really. Like, if you look really close at my t-shirt, the camera's not going to pick it up. There's like tiny minuscule flecks of purple on me, but they're honestly like so tiny and they're like easy to brush off that really doesn't bother me in any way. Okay, so it is the next morning, as you can probably tell by the state that my hair is currently in, but it is still purple. This is a good thing. The colour has not disappeared. It also didn't transfer like all over onto my pillow. I didn't like go to bed with a white pillow and then like wake up with a purple pillow. So the colour has stayed in really well. What I did this morning, normally how I kind of moisturize my hair is I just have like a massive spray bottle that I fill with like different types of oils that I mix with water, and then I just kind of give my hair a spray like periodically, like every day or every other day, depending on what my hair needs. So I did that this morning. And then I put on a shower cap and I showered to kind of let the steam and the heat kind of let the oils and stuff like soak into my hair. That is generally what I did. I just kind of wanted to see how the wax would stand up to moisture. And actually it worked out pretty well. There was only kind of like the shower cap when I took it off after the shower was only slightly tinged purple. I was really expecting to like come out the shower and there'll be like purple like dripping all down my face and my body. That didn't happen, so it held up really well, which is a good thing because I didn't leave the house yesterday, but I'm gonna have to go out today because I have some things I need to do. And in true British fashion, it is raining, so at least I kind of have a general idea as to how the wax holds up with a little bit of moisture. This isn't me saying I'm gonna go out and run a marathon in like torrential rain monsoon weather, but it's good to kind of know because obviously life happens, weather happens, so we kind of need to be prepared for those kinds of things. So I went through all the trouble of replaiting my hair down so I could wrap it up in preparation for going out in the rain, and in true British fashion, it stopped raining. I will say though that I did get quite a bit of transfer on my hands when I was like replaying my hair down. There was quite a bit of the paint that was coming off. I don't know if that was just because it was still slightly damp from the water spray or because of the oils in the spray, because obviously we all know oils like break down a lot of products, which is why like oily skin like mine is just an enemy to makeup, because as soon as oil hits it, it just starts to break down and then you become a hot greasy mess. So it wasn't a lot of transfer, but that's something to note. So I guess if you use more kind of water-based products in your hair that tend to dry down, like gel and stuff like that, you'll probably be all right. But if you're using more kind of oil-based products, just kind of be aware that that is something that could happen. I'm only about to just be one of those crazy people that films themselves on the street, but here we are on day 3. I would say the color is faded like a little bit, but I kind of like it. I don't hate it. It's kind of like that effect where it's not like completely noticeable at the beginning, but then sort of like as the light catches it, you kind of get the little bit of purple color. So I quite like it in that sense. It's not like completely bright and vibrant how it was on the first day, but yeah, the color's still there. Okay, so this is hair day 4. Day 4? Maybe even day 5. I didn't show anything yesterday because I didn't really do anything with my hair yesterday. Although I will say I did add a little bit more of the paint in. I was quite happy with like the color payoff that I was getting and how it was the last time you saw it. But I'm actually like in a school today, like delivering a presentation. So I wanted to kind of like look my best and like the color be really vibrant, so I did add a little bit more. And I will say that it does layer quite well. Like when I added more on top, it didn't get like chunky or really sticky or anything like that. So I will say that if you already have some in and you want to add more, then you can layer it on top fine, and that's not going to be an issue. So we have made it to day 7. This is how she's looking. I don't know if it's really showing up on camera that much. Obviously the color has like faded a bit, but she is still there. Okay, so I just got done washing my hair, hence the whole towel situation. The wax washed out really easily. It literally, majority of it, if not all of it, came out with just water. And it just took like maybe like an extra minute of running the shower over my head just to get all of the colour out. And then I was able to go along with shampoo and stuff as normal. I'm going to try and wrap this up as quickly as possible because I know that by this point this video is probably hella long. So if you've even made it this far, like, congrats to you. So if I could sum up this product in one sentence, I would say it has not been an inconvenience to my life. And I know that probably doesn't sound very good, but let me explain. What I mean by it hasn't been an inconvenience to my life is that it hasn't got in the way of my routine and like the way I do my hair in any sort of a way. Like I put it in on the first day, I'm putting on clothes, it's not staining my clothes, it's not staining my bed or like anything that I might be brushing my hair with. Like it's not flaking down all over my clothes, it's not, the color's not running off all down my face and body at any sort of like first touch with moisture. None of those things are happening. If I want to top up the color, I can just grab the jar, put a little bit more in and go. It's not making the way that I do my hair any more different. It's not staining any of my head wraps if I choose that I don't want to do my hair that day and I just want to wrap my hair. Like I can brush my hair out the exact same way. Like I don't notice that it's there. It's just, you know, when I look in the mirror, I see that kind of little nice burst of color and I quite like it, but I'm not aware of it in my hair. Is that kind of making sense? If you're someone that does have a lighter hair color than me, a slightly different hair texture than me, or uses different types of products than I do, then obviously the results that you're gonna get are gonna vary slightly. Like the color might be more bright for you, it might last a little bit longer for you, The effect of it on your actual hair might vary depending on your hair texture, all of those things. I'm just saying from my point of view, I'm really enjoying this product, and I like the fact that it's giving me that versatility of being able to have different colors in my hair without having to go through that whole long process of bleaching and dyeing and like constant doing upkeep of colors, you know, things like that. So overall, I would say I really recommend this product. I really like it. Also, the fact that it didn't come with any instructions. Everything that was written on the box was written in Chinese or Japanese, so I couldn't understand anything, but I didn't struggle to use the product. I opened the jar, I knew exactly what to do, and it worked. I was kind of hoping that I would get the chance in this video to try it out on my mum, because she actually has her hair in locks, to kind of see like how the effect might differ on her hair, but you know, mums, she's always like off busy, out and about, just doing God knows whatever. So maybe I will do a follow-up video when she allows me to be let loose on her head. If that is something that you would like to see, then leave a comment down below. But for now, that's it for the end of this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I hope you found it really informative. Like I said at the beginning, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that jazz. And I'll see you in the next one.